content that's serious.
That's crazy
And
though.
you,
You get so many comments that are like, "Oh, I
I
totally
do get a
fuck
lot of
with this."
comments.
Like, you get a crazy amount of
I
comments.
do, but it's like I'll be like, I feel like I'll get a comment, bro. I'll get a Bible paragraph, and I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
nah, they trolling, bro. Like
bro.
like that, like a thought will cross my head. Nah, they trolling.
In the trenches, blowing Cali, in the trenches, smoking California. When you hit the top, the shit get long. When you hit the top, the body fall.
Yo, what's up, bro?
Yo, what's the word, bro?
How you doing, man?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm chilling, bro. It's so funny. Like, I kind of have an understanding of who you are, but like, you don't really know who I am. So like, I yeah, I don't know. I just wanted to reach out because like I thought it was cool to. I thought it was cool what you were doing. Like I thought, and I think a lot of people think that, like watching your videos and like looking at your comments and stuff. Like I think, to me, like I related to it because I used to do videos that were just like kind of me just being like, here's what's on my mind in like a true raw organic sense, and like I felt like there wasn't a whole lot of that. Like I couldn't find a whole lot of that, and I feel like your videos are what reminds me of doing that kind of thing.
I
So
mean, yeah, I
that's
just
pretty cool.
I love doing what I'm doing. It's not like that's just the start though. This is just like what I'm doing right now is just the start. Like I got
Yeah,
so much more planned. Um, it's just about being consistent with this for right now, and then building a genuine audience. And then when I pivot, it's like the people that were there when I was doing something else, or when I was doing, like I guess what I'm doing is like what relatable content. I guess like
yeah, yeah. I
uh,
mean, it's hard to put a label on shit because like
it
you're just being
is.
yourself, you know. Like
I
like it's
am.
authentic.
I
It's
don't want to
authentic
say.
content.
Yeah, I don't want to say I'm in a niche. 'Cause, like if I say I'm in a niche, it's like I'm trying to appeal to an audience. Like I'm not. I'm just. It's like whoever want to rock with me can rock with me. I really don't feel. I really feel
Yeah,
like with what I'm doing right now when it comes to content, it's like I'm at a place right now where really like what my bio says a real spill documentary. That's literally what this is. That's literally what it is. I'm just
yeah,
documenting like because I feel like personally the growth that I have like that I'm going through like every day, it will shape me into the content creator I need to be to pivot. Like
yeah,
I have a vision, but there's certain pieces that are blurred. But the only reason why I can't have a full grasp on it yet is because the person I need to be to see it in the fullest isn't crafted yet. It just takes time.
yeah.
I feel
I
like it just
mean,
takes time, bro.
I started when I was like 13 or some shit. Like I was an absolute like idiot in all capacities. Like I was just but I was just doing what I thought was cool at the time. Like I was doing like Call of Duty videos cuz like, you know, I'm just a little kid playing games and shit, right? And I like pivoted into Minecraft and I found like some sort of success doing that. So that was like I guess I believed in the fact that I could make a career out of it from an early age, and I was like really, really gunning for it when I was younger. I think there was a point where like I just like lost a love of the content that I was making, you know? And honestly, like I was probably looking back on it, I was mostly making content for like trying to push for some sort of like success, but not like I didn't have any appreciation. Like, I mean, it's not like I didn't like games, right? But like it's not like I could say that what I was doing was like somehow genuine to myself. Like I was like stealing people's ideas and shit. Like I was like a kid who was like, oh, I would see like a you know something that someone would do, and I'd be like, that's a great idea. Let me do that. Like it's just
Yeah,
simply taking and like regurgitating kind of, but you know, it was still
yeah.
fun. Like
That Love Island's a psyop video. Did not expect that shit to blow up. I didn't expect that shit to blow up at all.
yeah,
I
you can
posted
never.
it. Like, bro, I posted it, went to bed, woke up, it's at 10K. I was like, all right, cool. Went to bed, I was working. The whole day I was working, it just started racking up. And I was
Yeah,
like, I think when it hit 50K, I said, okay, I done did something.
yeah,
And like, I've had multiple channels before, but I've been a clipper. Like, I've been an editor for other people. I've
yeah.
always been somebody behind a computer or behind the camera.
Hmm.
And I've always wanted to make content. I've been making content since I was little, since I was like 10. Like I used to do
Yeah.
Xenoverse videos. Like I used to play Dragon Ball
Oh
Xenoverse 2.
shit.
I used to grind that game hard, bro. I used to be like really into it. But like I just kind of realized I wasn't every time I went to go do something different, I always started something new.
Mm-hmm.
I knew I was like, bro, I have so many passions and interests. Like I don't have a niche. Like I don't
Yeah.
have like you're told to find a niche, stick with it. I don't have one. I have like I'm into basketball, I'm into philosophy, I'm into fashion, I'm into art, I'm into psychology, I'm into sociology. I'm
I
not into
mean,
politics at all. Like, but it's like I'm
people.
into so many different things. It's hard, bro. It's hard to pick a
Yeah.
lane. So I just said,
Well,
fuck
people
it.
are
I'm gonna
like
just
more dynamic than that, you know? Like they want like people
yeah,
want you to just be like one note because like whatever works works, right? So like I would
yeah.
always like normally like since my mind was on the numbers as a kid, like even like going into it in the beginning, I was just like because like I think I started around the time that AdSense was like allowed for gamers. Like it wasn't even allowed for the longest time because of
Mhm.
copyright issues and shit. So eventually they did it, and I was like, oh hell yeah, like I can make money doing like what I like, just shit that I love, right? Because I'm a kid, I love games. I would pivot, and then anything that didn't do well, it's just like I'm not gonna do this again. Like I don't know. As I grew older, I was like, maybe I can actually do something like personal and stuff like that. And so when I did,
Mhm.
it didn't really do too hot, and it just kind of was like naturally like it felt bad, you know, because you're like being I was like
Yeah.
being myself, but I'm a cringy little kid, and like I don't have a lot of like complex thought or whatever. So it's like not very interesting. It's just like very basic, and so I feel like now if I were to do more of that though, I could actually like maybe contribute something in some way to like I don't know, just like be a positive influence or something. Like I don't know. I think there's just a lot
Yeah.
of people that could learn from other people, and like since people aren't very genuine online, I feel like there's not a whole lot of like genuine learning going on sometimes, at least in like the
Nah,
mainstream.
it's really not. I think one of my I think like a part of what I want to do is like I know I don't know if you're into like the streamer you esque side of content right now,
Not
but
too much.
streamers that
I'm kind of
okay.
missing out on
So
that,
like
but I heard of it for sure.
I
Yeah.
don't worry about it. I missed out a lot too, but it's streamers that were there like my one of my favorite content creators named Dami, he got into it, right?
Hmm.
And Dami did exactly what I would do if I was there. And I was talking to some people that kind of know they kind of found out I did content. I popped up on their for you page
Yeah, yeah.
because like I got a TikTok that's like it gets numbers. Like I got a pretty good to it gets numbers, and
Word.
I put up on their for you page. I just ended up telling them like I do content, yeah. And they were like, bro, Dami's like he never acts like that. I'm like, that's the exact same thing I would do though. They're like, what you mean? I'm like, it's a platform to generate a new audience. Everybody thinks Domi's like this super serious grinder. Like he's known for being like motivational and like he
Yeah.
got on there or being a clown, bro. And some people were like, oh, he's clip farming. Well, for one, even if he was, that's what he's supposed to do. And then two, it's like he's just showing you a new side of who he is, and that's exactly what I would do if I was given that opportunity to do that. Like
Yeah.
I already plan to pivot into different niches, different things. Like I'm a goofball, bro, but nobody knows that. Everybody just thinks like I'm this serious philosophical guru. I'm not no guru. I'm just some dude
Yeah.
that like read philosophy and I like a whole bunch of other creative stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I plan to like what I want to do personally is with what I'm building. I want to get to a point where I got a genuine audience. I pivot, and I start as I pivot into entertainment, and I get more notoriety. I want to get to a place where I have a I have a notes like folder, not a notes folder, a notes like on my phone,
Yeah. Yeah.
full of names of people that I plan to shake hands with.
Oh yeah.
I
Yeah.
plan
I
to
remember
shake
you
hands
saying
with
that.
and meet them, and like I want to get into the spaces with those people because one thing I've noticed other than Dami, I have not seen other than Dami and Taekwondo. There's only two people I've seen on the internet that have kind of showcased how to like be yourself and interact with a world of people that don't know how to be themselves. Like,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I don't think there's a proper way to go about it, but in a way, I kind of want to be the role model for myself that I wish I had when I was a kid. Like
Yeah.
that's my whole thing is like okay, when I was little, I wanted somebody who was just as nerdy as me, just as like creative as me to show me that it was okay to be me.
Yeah.
Like you don't have to looks max to be popular. You ain't gotta like a there's all these things about like blowing up on internet. Like it's like everybody tells you, you gotta be marketable. What does that mean?
I
Like
mean,
like what
yeah.
like you yeah you hear that and you're like like what does that mean? Then they're like okay you gotta like for example when I first started, bro, I'm not gonna lie to you. I was stressed out in that car. My very first video, I'm gonna go ahead and just put it out there.
I mean, yeah, you were putting
I
yourself out there,
recorded.
bro.
Oh no, I'm gonna put out like how I got to that point. So I
Nah, I
was
know. I'm
up at
making a
like
joke. My bad.
3 in the morning. Oh no, you good? I was up at like 3 in the morning. I left that apartment I was in. I had just my semester had just ended. I was staying with some friends before I came to the internship I'm at now,
Yeah.
because I'm out of state right now. And I got in my car. I drove to a Walmart parking lot. I sat in that parking lot for 20 minutes, looking at my iPad and debating if I should start recording. When I finally had the guts to press the record button, I recorded 15 times before I recorded the first actual video.
Yeah,
I deleted, I wrote the
yeah.
15 takes. I posted that video and I thought about deleting it. I privated it for like 30 minutes and I said no, it's going up. Once I put it on public, I let it sit and I was like, okay, it's done.
Yeah.
And then once I got that first video out the way, the next one was where ironically, the next one got me more anxious because I feel like I realized I could do it and I was like, okay, now you have to do it again. If you're really gonna commit to what you want to do, now you got to do it again.
Yeah,
And then
for
once I started getting the reps up, it got more comfortable. But as I started to really understand, like, there's levels to this content stuff, bro. Like, once you start to understand, like, okay, this is what works. This is what I want to work. How do I build trust with people online? You have to be consistent.
yeah.
Like the Love Island as a side video, did not intend for that to blow up. Not gonna lie, had no intention of that blowing up. But the reason why I blew is because I forgot Love Island was even going on at the time. I'm not gonna lie, I just happened to see it on my For You page. I was
Yeah.
not tapped into the season. I didn't watch none of it. I don't
I
know
didn't
nothing
watch none
about
of it.
nothing. I don't know nothing. So what made me make that video was some of my homegirls from back home called me and they were talking about it on FaceTime for like an hour. And I was like, this shit is. I was like, I can't listen to this conversation. This is just brain rot. Like I can't.
Yeah.
So I went into the room I recorded and started talking about it.
My,
And oh, go ahead, go ahead.
I was just gonna say I saw a couple coworkers watching that shit, and I'm just like, what? Like I literally took
Literally,
30
like,
seconds of just walking in on a random part, and I'm like, yeah, I'm out of here, guys. I ain't sitting around
right,
watching this
like,
shit.
I can't watch that shit, bro.
Yeah.
It's just brain rot. But
Yeah.
I want to like, there's a YouTuber named Zena Weena. She's like political speaker, social media. Like she's been on social media for years, but
Yeah.
I came across her stuff and she inspired me to start talking about my thoughts. And at first, I was kind of like leaning towards more talking on some of the stuff she talked about. I have a very like crazy take. I just want to say personally, I don't have no beef, no squabble, no ill intent when I say this about
All
her.
right. All right.
But she she has so much potential. She don't even know. Like I don't think she even realizes if she remove herself from that niche for a little bit to go into entertainment, to go into like being a part of like she made a video when Streamer U auditions were coming out about how she wanted to be in Streamer U to show Cas and all them how they were like being a part of the simulation. I was like, okay,
Yeah.
I understand why you want to be a part of that, but the reason why you won't get in is because you're not entertaining enough. Like you're
Yeah.
not, and granted, you're not. Even if you weren't entertaining enough, it's like you wouldn't mesh well with them because I can tell she's somebody that's like very reactive in those environments, or she might just shut down. There's no in between. She
Yeah.
wouldn't be able to mold herself into a new caricature for the camera to be entertaining. Because like what I noticed about streaming, I was studying Dami and I was studying streamers that I watch. What they were doing was they were going in there, they were casting a net for entertainment and reeling in new audience members.
Yeah.
Like one thing Ludwig and Agent were talking about on that on during Streamer U was how after Streamer U you have to learn to keep that audience. Now if you let's say you got a viral clip, your clip blows up at Streamer U. Okay, you got a
Yeah.
whole bunch of people coming to watch you. Some people are going to leave no matter what you do.
Right.
Like even if you were to reenact that same attitude or energy you had in that clip, they would still leave. 'Cause
Yeah.
some
You
people
keep like a
some people
percentage.
just yeah, you keep a percentage. So how do you keep that percentage? You just me personally, I feel like what I want to do is I want to show that like authenticity wins no matter what. I can be entertaining, I can be a clown, I can be whatever the internet needs me to be viral, or I can be myself. and just let that go up over time. Versus like I try to microwave it. Like the way
Yeah,
I look
yeah.
at my content and my brand and myself is okay. Do I want swag to be a microwave meal or do I want swag to be a oven meal?
Mm-hmm.
If I'm an oven meal, it's gonna be slow cooked, but it's gonna be good when it come out. If I'm a microwave meal, okay, I blow up off of this, but I
Yeah.
keep doing it. I have to keep microwaving the food because it's not gonna be fully cooked until I microwave it again and again. Like I get to keep
Yeah.
microwaving it.
See, that
I
was
don't
my
want to do
thing.
that.
Like I said, I was younger when I started, so I got big off this stupid Minecraft video, and it allowed me to pretty much most of the gaming stuff I was doing would do decently at least. It was definitely like it was heavily favored towards other Minecraft videos, but like I could basically like take that momentum and keep it going in that way because I was interested in making that content. And then I was like high school, probably like mid high school, I was making like these meme videos because like that was like around the time where like you remember like the stupid MLG stuff and like just
Yeah, yeah,
there was
I remember
like
that.
I don't know, I was just into video editing and I'm like we'll do some shit, I'll do the stuff that I see that's popular in some way, but I'm just into meme culture kind of at the time, so I did some things here and there and like I ended up getting some decent hits. Like I think my best from that era was like 375,000 views or some shit. And it's really the
That's
dumbest
good.
videos, like the dumbest videos. My Minecraft video was like 500K or some shit, so like that was pretty big for me too. Like I was thinking I was making it, but like again, like my interest changed over time, and because I didn't keep those things in my like itinerary, like I didn't fucking give a shit about memes after a few years. I didn't give a shit about Minecraft videos when I'm like 18, so like there's just like this thing where like I evolved past it, and I think I wanted to keep that authenticity more than I cared about trying to go for the numbers. And I think there's just like a balance you have to have, like that
Yeah,
I wasn't willing to strike. I was too just dead set on like being like you know like kind of like you were saying about that other the streamer or Xena or whatever.
yeah,
You were
Gina,
saying
right?
she's
Yeah,
like not entertaining
she's not.
enough for or
How do
whatever.
I
I'd
say
probably
it?
be the same
Not
thing.
even that. I misworded that. How can I say that
Hmm.
better? She's
Just
not willing to
to
morph
conform.
into a different idea conform. Like you have to,
Hmm.
okay, you want to be a part of that streamer you group, but you don't want to be a person that's involved in the way that they get views and get like
Yeah,
you
yeah.
have to you have to be like, okay, like one thing, for example, what video was that I made recently? Uh I said something in the video where I was like, you can't, I have to be a part of the like I'm naturally a part of the system immediately. Like,
Right, right.
okay, I make content. It don't matter if it's entertainment or not. It's content. I'm
Yeah.
automatically in the whole realm of
You're
like
playing the game, yeah.
I'm playing the game. Okay,
Hmm.
so like I strike the card on TikTok. Right now on TikTok, I'm making like a quote. I'm in a quote niche right now.
Hmm.
Every quote video I post gets over 1,000 views, gets over a couple hundred likes, or sometimes it gets tens of thousands of likes, or sometimes it gets like 1,000 or a couple thousand likes. So
Damn.
everything I post when it comes to that does numbers.
Yeah.
Okay. If I decide to all of a sudden just start posting fashion videos out of nowhere, that's gonna flop because I
Right.
my audience is coming back to me because they're like, okay, he's gonna post a quote today.
Yeah.
That's not the way you do it. The way you do it is like I think the best way to pivot or what I'm beginning to understand and study is you post this, you get consistent. Okay, you start when you start to you ain't gotta dominate it entirely, but if you want to pivot immediately and just have a lasting audience, yeah, you can try to dominate. But I think the best move is you're doing well in this niche, and then you post. Let's say randomly you post one video of something else,
Hmm.
and then you start scheduling that post for that same time every day or every other day or however smooth you want to pivot. And then eventually the people who rock with you for real are gonna be like, he keeps posting these videos. Let me go look, and then they start looking, and then their engagement happens, and you get a whole other niche.
Yeah,
You get a
yeah.
whole other. It just takes time, but I feel like a lot of people don't want to conform. Like a lot of unsuccessful like smaller creators, I feel like are like they're not understanding. Like, bro, you can't just come on here and start posting clips like you're famous. You
Hmm.
can't. Nobody knows your face. Nobody knows
Yeah.
my face. I have to post like nobody knows me. Once
Hmm.
my face is known and I'm known for this one thing, then I can start being interesting for other things. Like once let's say like for example the quote niche is doing really well right now. Okay, I do quotes for the next 6 months, 9 months. Okay, for the next 9 months, I'm on everybody's for you page, or I'm gonna start pulling in. I'm consistent. Then like one day I might mess around, post a fashion video, a haul video out of nowhere. They're like, "Oh, he's into fashion," and then they start like it's just building a reliable audience takes time, and people don't want to take that time. People want the viral video to bring a reliable audience, but that's not how that works.
Yeah.
Like the Love Island is a psyop video. Not gonna lie, I kind of realized that like some of the things I talk about blow up more than other things.
Oh yeah,
And that's
yeah.
cool, and that's fine. But that doesn't mean I stop talking.
Right.
I'm still the one talking in the video. Like, yeah, the Love Island Society video blew up because I was talking about Love Island, but I'm still talking.
Yeah.
So for me, like a lot of my confidence in myself just comes from the fact that like I know over time I'm gonna get what I need. Like I
Yeah.
know if I keep building that trust, I keep posting every day, the algorithm will see me, other people will see me. Like if I've already broken the algorithm one time, I've already broken it twice, three times, however many times you want to count.
Yeah.
The fact that I broke it means I'm in it. It's just a matter of being consistent.
I think
Like not
like
gonna lie, I didn't post on YouTube for like 3 days. The first video I posted back, my video like kind of did bad, and I was like I expected that, so I didn't really get bothered by it.
yeah.
But it's like it just takes time.
I
I feel
think
like
with like
you gonna take time.
the pivoting thing, I think honestly, as long as I think my whole thing is that when I pivoted like so hard and sharp that like there was no, it was kind of just like, because I feel like when you're a teenager, like, in those like 15, 16, it's like you change so fucking quick. It's just like I became so much more mature in such a short time, and then I was just like, I don't know. A lot of my audience was probably just like kids watching Minecraft videos, so they didn't give a shit. And so like I was making content for the wrong audience essentially. The audience that I had garnered was just like opposite to the audience that I technically wanted for that content that I was making. And like, yeah, no, so like I totally understand how I like fucked up. I just like it was such a long time that I needed such a cool down from it that like I'm just now getting back into content after forever. Like I was doing clothing design for like I have like a small business. I make clothing and just like custom shoes and
Oh, word.
wall art and shit. And that's like been my project for the past 6 years. I tried Twitch streaming for about a year. That was all right, but like yeah, I went YouTube, Twitch streaming, and then just full time, like not full time, but like doing my business stuff for my main creative output. So, and I think there was like there was honestly a part of me because I was so young. I think I was so on like I didn't want to have to post every day. Like that shit pissed me off. Like the algorithm was developing as I grew older, and so I was able to make some crazy easy numbers back in the day when I was like 13, 14. But like as time went on, it was like harder and harder to like actually hit anything that would like go out into the algorithm, because the algorithm, as opposed to just like the kind of chronological sort of like numbers based, like it was mostly just like if you would search for a video, it was the top viewed video that was the most relevant to your search. It wasn't, the algorithm changes that. It's not like an organic search. You search based on like the filter that the algorithm gives you. Like even just like typing in a video, it still goes through that algorithm. There's like very little on YouTube that isn't touched by the algorithm, honestly. And it's like, so yeah, I kind of like the game has been changed on me a few times, and I kind of have to get used to it being forever evolving. That's just kind of how it works, But it's just I do have a special like place of hatred in my heart for the algorithm. It just it doesn't make
I
me
ain't
happy.
gonna lie. I've come to love this slow burn.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna say about. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm gonna say about. Let me see. Let me go look at what video it was before I sit here and say it was that video. I believe it was a video. I don't know if anybody could tell when I made that video, but I was not feeling it. I wasn't feeling it. Let me see. I think it was. Oh, it was 2 weeks ago. I titled it "I'll Never Make It."
oh,
When I made that video, I was speaking to myself from a place of positivity because I needed to hear that. And
Yeah.
I don't know what was going on that day. I was just like, man, this content shit is not for I just kept having that thought, and I was like, there's no way it's not though. Every time something bad bad or because now my mindset is I don't think anything is bad. I think everything in my life is a gift to my path. Because every time something happens to me where I don't know how to deal with it emotionally or just internally, I turn to content immediately. I
Yeah.
go make something. I'm like, okay, so my path is creativity, 10 toes down. There's
Yeah.
no way I'm not meant to make stuff the way I'm making stuff. So, and I was like, when I made that video, after I made that video and I sat with it, I was like, okay, this has to be it. Like this, there is no plan B. There is no plan. This has to work for me
Yeah.
because I know it is gonna work for me. There's a version of me out there, like I see so much of what I'm gonna have if I don't stop, I can't stop. And
Yeah.
I feel like it's just I feel like a lot of smaller creators are hungry for the fame. They ain't hungry for the person they gonna be through the fame. I
Mm-hmm.
think the reason why I haven't gotten what I wanted yet is because I'm not the man I'm supposed to be yet, and that's okay.
Yeah. And I mean, like,
And I
this
feel like a
is
lot
the
of people don't.
process. It's like a process
Yeah,
of you
I feel
growing
like
into it.
it is. I feel like a lot of people don't progress off camera because who I am on camera, and who I am off camera are different. But that if I record a 10-minute video, you've only known me for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
don't know what I was for the rest of that 23-hour, 50-minute day. You have no else who I, you have no idea who I am outside of that. Like
I've
that
been
little
gone.
15, 10 minute video,
I've been gone for like 10
you don't
years
know.
almost. Like, well, not 10 years, but
Yeah, and
maybe
you
like,
probably changed a lot, right? You probably
yeah,
done changed a whole bunch.
probably. I
But
think the last time it was consistent, I was probably like 18 maybe, and I'm 27 now. So like, yeah, YouTube, whenever I post, it's like I'm like a ghost that like came back to life or some shit. Like people are like,
yeah,
"Oh, you still do shit?" So like, yeah, I mean, it's fun though, cause like I reconnect with a bunch of people that I haven't in a long ass time, and like there are probably people who are watching that are like not saying much, but are like, it's cool that I'm still doing stuff. They probably, I don't know, cause I definitely like, I got 75 views the last thing I posted, so like somebody's watching some shit.
yeah, people are watching, bro. You just got like the thing about it is like one thing I've been trying to do is I've been trying to stay out of because I ain't gonna lie, I'm probably gonna make a video talking about it. Because streamer university, if I was talking to another creator that reached out to me, and he said that streamer you made him feel small,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like that perspective, I was like, ow, and he was like, it made me feel small because I'm not in there. I'm like, but the reason why we're not in there is because we're not supposed to be. Like the way I see it, I haven't earned the privilege to be in the room with them people yet. Who
Yeah.
am I? I ain't nobody. Okay, I got a cool username. Who don't? Like I like you know what I'm saying? Like it's like you know what I'm saying? Like it's I haven't earned that right. I don't even have 1,000 videos posted across the internet in my name.
Yeah.
I don't even have 500. Who am I to sit here and be like, man, I wish I was in Streamer U. That's why when people were on TikTok crying about not getting into Streamer U, you haven't streamed in 3 years. Like, what are you like? You're over here talking
Yeah.
some. I sat outside for 12 hours. I gave up my whole shift to come out here and sit. And you haven't posted a single like you want to get in Streamer U with 16 TikTok followers and 5 reposts. Like you're more of a bot on TikTok than you are a user. Like
Yeah.
it's like you're not even putting in no work. You haven't earned it there. Like the people
Yeah.
that got in there, people be thinking like they don't deserve to be in there. It's this one dude. He got hidden gem. Hidden gem. What's his name's Blazion. I think it's either Blazion or Blazion. No, I think it's Blazion. He
Word.
got hidden gem. He had been posting content for over a year.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like he earned his spot.
Yeah.
Like he wasn't just posting nothing. He earned his spot. And like I feel like people don't realize that like, bro, this shit is not a 6 month, 9 month, 10 month, 12 month process. This is a lifetime of work.
Yeah.
This is dedication. This is like you have to love this shit. If you don't love this shit, don't start.
Yeah.
If you think to yourself, I won't make a video if I get 0 views. My first video got nothing. My first video got nothing. My second video got nothing. My third video got nothing. Like I didn't get anything. I wasn't getting nothing.
Yeah. Because I said
But
I was
like
gonna say you
like
you didn't tell none of your friends or nothing, right? That's what you said.
no, no,
Yeah.
bro. Everybody back home that's found out has found out because of algorithm. That's
Yeah.
it. I had somebody reach out to me from my school who he was my suite mate. Like there was dorms and there was like we shared a bathroom, but it was like it's me and a roommate and it's him and his roommate, and
Yeah.
we were all friends. Like I got a dorm with my cousin. Uh, the RA, the residential ambassador for our building, was my one of my close friends, and then he was rooming with him.
Mm-hmm.
The not the residential ambassador, not my friend, but the roommate that was his. Me and him got pretty cool. I'm chilling one day at work, and he reached out to me like, "Bro, my Love Island is a psyop video came out. Like I saw you come across my For You page. You came across my For You page." I was like,
Yeah.
"What?" And he told me like my videos helped him think about the way he felt, and like he finally could articulate himself.
Yeah.
And he told me he texted me and said, "Bro, you're meant to do this. Don't stop. Like, don't stop."
Mm-hmm.
And like at first, when he texted me and told me he found my content, not gonna lie, heart went to my ass. I thought I was gonna shit out my capillaries. I did not know how to respond. I was like, nah, I don't want you to know me. But I quickly began to realize that the way I look at it now is like all these doubts I have, all these anxieties I have is a privilege, bro.
Yeah.
And I gotta have the audacity to understand it's a privilege rather than like a pain.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we get told as content creators you're supposed to have all this passion all the time. You got to be disciplined. You got to be, but nobody tells you what. Everybody tells you what to do about self doubt. They tell you to ignore it, but they don't tell you to look at it as like, oh, it's a privilege to be here. Like, I think about it as like my path is being dug every time I ignore that doubt. Every time I tell myself not to record and I do it anyway, not because I feel like it's a strain, but because I doubt what's gonna happen. I'm paving my way.
Yeah.
The moment I stop, I'm like, see, you don't want it.
Yeah.
And it's like, I think a lot of people, what they want the benefits, they don't want the work. They don't want to do the work. The work is necessary. The reason why you haven't blown up yet, I feel like the reason why anybody hasn't blown up yet the way they want to, especially smaller creators, is because you couldn't handle you wouldn't be able to handle that smoke. You wouldn't be able to because now I know I'm getting to a point where if I blow up, that won't change how I post for the next 5 weeks, for the next 2 weeks. It won't change that. I'm gonna still post like I don't have anything.
Yeah. Yeah.
Versus like people blow up, they think they made it. Okay, you got 8 mil on TikTok on a video. Now what? So are you gonna keep posting? Or you gonna let that 8 mil sit? Because I ain't gonna lie, when my clip blew up for the first time, I ain't post for a day. I went to go post again. Clip didn't go nowhere, and I was hurt.
Yeah.
Boy, I was hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Clip blew up. I was like, oh, but it's like if you're not being consistent and you're not posting high quality stuff, even if it's not high quality, if you're not being consistent, you won't know what works and what doesn't.
Yeah.
Like people are trying to figure out why their videos are still getting 30 views. It's because you've only posted 10, you've only posted 20, you've only posted 30. Now, when you make 50 to 100 posts and you see what's not working, okay, you can start to try to figure out, experiment, try different things. But if you're not, I see what works and I'm sticking with that.
Yeah.
Like I just made an Instagram. Two of my reels, like two of the formats for my reels that I'm using, got over 1,000. I think about a day or two ago.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep
reels
using
are
that format. Yeah, reels are probably once I'm keep using that format. I push myself through the algorithm. Eventually, it'll pop, but I gotta give it time. But it's like people don't want to give it time, bro. Like you're not meant to blow up in 10 months because nobody knows you.
Yeah.
Nobody knows you. You have to get yourself out there supporting. You can't not be seen. And I feel like a lot of people don't have the audacity to do that. Like I ain't gonna lie, at first, this don't sound crazy. I considered posting like 7 to 10 times a day. I considered it. I was like, I could do that. I thought about it, especially on TikTok, like TikTok and Reels, bro. That's easy.
That's
Easy
kind
enough.
of, I guess that's kind of crazy, but like, I don't know. Dude, it's so funny because
I thought about it.
I am so like, it just sucks because like my natural pace of natural like wanting to create versus like what I think social media demands is just not, it doesn't match. You know what I mean? Like just a slower type of guy, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. And I think there's just I don't know, there's just a certain degree of like I feel like it makes you conform in a way. Like, you were talking about like you gotta conform in a certain way because you're playing the game, right? And that makes sense to me, but there's a point to me where that becomes like overwhelming. Like there's only so long I can do that for. Like I've been doing my art and my clothing so long, I think, because I'm giving myself the freedom to do it in the way that feels natural to me. And I feel like what you're doing probably feels natural to you, which is why it works so well. Because for me, like content, like it was probably the most I was able to get myself to do it, like video wise, was like twice a week or something like that. Because I was just, and that was just what I had fun with. And I think there's a part of me that I stressed out too much about that towards the end, and that's kind of what made it not fun for me, is because I knew I wasn't doing what the algorithm wanted, and that is what was holding me back in my mind. But then I couldn't get myself to really do it naturally, and it's just like it was that I felt stuck. So I think there's a point where it can totally help you, but if you're just not naturally like that and you gotta like force yourself into that, it just sucks. Like, I don't know. It's just kind of, it's difficult.
It does suck. It is difficult. I think like I had a clip channel and a Duke Dennis clip video blew up on it by accident. Over the course of like a year or two, it got like 1 million views.
Yeah.
And I was trying to post different forms of content with that video up on my channel.
Yeah.
I thought privating the video would help. It didn't work. I thought deleting the video would help me. It didn't work. So eventually I just said, you know what? I'm just gonna start a new channel because that's just what I gotta do. And I never got around to doing it because I felt like I had to replicate content that blew up the same way the Duke Dennis video did, because it was so stuck in my mind that I got that number on that video.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I never let that identity go. Eventually, like I was like, bro, I have to realize like I'm not Duke Dennis. I'm not that clip. I'm the person who made the clip. So obviously I'm the content. Yes, Duke Dennis is in the clip and he blew up, and that also blew up my content, but it came from me.
Yeah.
The intrinsic need to make that clip came from me.
Yeah.
The intrinsic need to make that Love Island as a side video came from me. So there's something in me that the algorithm is using to push me out into audiences.
Yeah.
Just because I post for the next 100 videos, like I ain't gonna lie, I won't be mad if the next 500 videos I post don't go over 1,000. I wouldn't be mad because I trust myself enough to become somebody that people are worth. I trust myself to become someone that people would take the time to see that they're worth watching.
Yeah.
If it's happened more than once, it will happen again. That's how it's happened 3, 4, 5 times now. It's happened however many times I can count on TikTok. Why would I sit here and doubt myself?
Yeah.
Like, obviously I have something that the world's watching. It's crunch time. Are you gonna say I'd rather not buckle? I feel like the man I'm finna become is the one that will blow up. The person I am right now, the person I'll be in the next 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 6 months, I might not blow up.
Yeah.
I might not get to where I want to get to. But if a year or two from now, I might be somewhere. But it's about being consistent.
Yeah.
And about producing what you know you're capable of. If you forget you're capable of something, you just gonna fall off, and you're gonna fall off from the person that was making that vision a reality. And then even if you try to pick up the brush to keep painting that masterpiece, you're not gonna have the same skill you did when you were first being consistent. Because the way I see it is, that vision is a canvas. It's yet to be painted. Because the vision, you only blow up when the vision is something everybody can see, and everybody feels like they're a part of.
Yeah.
But if you're so busy trying to get everybody to see that it's about to come out, nobody's stopping to see a painting in progress. Nobody is stopping to watch a painter paint. Ain't nobody gonna do that. Nobody wants to see that.
Hey yo,
Everybody wanna see the painting.
but on Reels that shit goes hard though.
It does on Reels. That's real. The stuff that's in process goes hard, but like I feel like people love to be a part of something. That's how you get people in. That's how you get people. Like, relatable content is very easy to do.
I mean, it's like building an aspect of community versus like doing something that's just like, I don't know, or like insular.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's funny. I feel like I have like, because I'm kind of stubborn in my ways, where like I think I just don't really care about YouTube anymore, in a way that like I care way more about my clothing and my art. Like, I draw, and I feel like drawing is like such a fun skill to like work on, and I know you do too. I was gonna ask, are you ever gonna show your art to people? Like, you say you draw.
I plan to get to the point where I show my art to people.
Yeah.
And I also show people, like, I'm into fashion. Like, my name's Swag Philosophy for a reason. It ain't just about philosophy. I'm much more about swag than philosophy. It's just swag only got 4 letters. Like I'm very much into clothes. I'm also like I'm a hooper. I'm an athlete. I play basketball.
Yeah.
Like after we're done with this interview, I'm finna go play basketball.
Word.
Like
Hell yeah.
uh, but like I'm finna show. I got so much people, and like the main thing I want to show people is like, bro, I am a goofball. I'm a goofy goober.
You gonna do
It's
like
me,
sketch comedy
SpongeBob.
and shit?
No, like I'm gonna do like I'm the type of person like, bro, like, it's me, Patrick, and SpongeBob. We the goofiest goobers. I'm low key from Bikini Bottom. I am a
Word.
childish dude, bro. Like I joke, I troll 24/7. People don't realize I'm trolling because they think I'm the super serious dude. But like, bro, I be trolling, bro. I troll all the time.
Yeah.
Like, I have a concept to like be a therapist for a series of videos, and like I'm goofy, bro. Like I keep saying that because I haven't showcased it, but I crack hella jokes all the time.
I
I'm never serious ever. If you meet me in person and we're chilling, I will just I'm never you. It's you might feel like you can't have a serious conversation with me because you're like, bro, he trolling. Like, but I gotta show people that side of my. I gotta show people I'm entertaining,
yeah.
and I think a part of the reason why I'm so like hesitant to go into that field is because I haven't become the person I want to be that can create that content with the resource because it's for everything has to look a certain way. It's got to be a certain way. Like I have a vision and it has to be that way. If I try to
Yeah.
do it now, it's not gonna do the same thing. I know it's not. I have to do it this way because if
I,
I don't do it that way, it's not. I'm not gonna like it. It's not my product. I'm not putting out the content I know I can,
yeah.
and that will frustrate me as a creative person. Versus, I get everything I need. I'm the person I am in that moment, and that moment naturally creates itself for me. And then the editing only makes like it has to look a certain way.
Yeah.
If I do it now, I'm not gonna like it. So I just have to give it time.
Yeah. I
But
mean,
I got a lot of art. Yeah.
I think honestly, like, it's up to you to like. I think part of the thing is like you got to practice a lot of these things to get to that point. You know what I mean? So like whether or not you post it or share it is up to you. But like like I feel like doing it is like one of the only ways to get to that point in certain respects. Unless you're just talking about like camera quality and like fucking like some other shit. But like don't you feel like you gotta like actually do the thing to
Yeah.
get to that point?
Yeah. Yeah. I do. I definitely do. I have some things planned. Um, like the interviews are gonna be. I am gonna start doing those. I am gonna
Mm-hmm.
start doing interviews.
Word.
Gonna start asking people questions.
Like
Getting more
street
people
interviews
involved.
and shit, or just more like
Yep.
word.
Yep. Like walking around. Like we're in like a kind of like an apartment complex type of building
Yeah,
for my internship. So I'm gonna just walk around, ask people questions.
that's cool.
And I'm finna start there. And I'm gonna kind of like implement some comedy in there. Like I might ask a funny question here, I might ask a serious one here, but I really want to show like different sides of myself. But the thing about that is that you only do numbers with different sides of yourself, and your audience expected something from you, and you show them something different. Like, but it's like a good difference. It's like, for example, like what's his name? Goodness gracious. Your Age. Your Age is a prime example. Your Age was doing desktop streams for the longest time. He did desktop gaming streams for
Yeah,
the longest time. And then he started doing reaction content too. He was reacting and he was doing gaming. And people felt people over time fell in love with him.
right.
Yeah, he was saying he was playing hot games, but people fell in love with him,
Yeah,
and that took years. People don't realize that. People think Your Rage just blew up out of nowhere, and he just started doing IRL streams. Like that's the misconception I think a lot of smaller creators have is, it's gonna sound messed up, but you ain't worth watching because nobody knows you. How you want people to like you and follow you, but don't nobody know who they following? Like that's real. Like
yeah,
I had to check myself on that too. I'm like, oh, like for example, I had a clip TikTok and my clips weren't doing nothing, and I was like, dang, my clips must be garbage. No, fool, it's just nobody knows you. Nobody knows who you are. You're
yeah,
making clips of you talking. How does anybody know that what you're saying is worth it unless they watch the clip? And if nobody knows your face, nobody's gonna stay to watch the clip.
yeah,
Like that's it. That's just the fact of the matter. So I was like, okay, how do I get to a place where me making a clip matters? You post content related to those clips, Then you start making clips. Then
Right.
people fall in love with people fall in love with who you are because of what you have to give them as a person. And then you start doing what you want. But that takes repetition, that takes time.
Yeah.
And a lot of people, they're so conceited in this idea of being this person that has to be streamer you level in 3 months. That's not possible.
Yeah.
That you will be a generational
I
YouTuber
mean,
if you
that's
go
three
from
months is crazy.
unknown like people be expecting like not even a year's time of content posting to blow up. It's not realistic. Nobody knows you. Why would you blow up in the first? Like, why would you blow up
Yeah.
off your face? You know what I'm saying? Unless you're like extremely attractive or something, right? But even then, you gonna blow up for that one thing, and then what? Like that's it. So you got to learn to pivot and do more and work around. Like you got to learn. Okay, this is working. I got to stick with this for a while. People got to know me for this one thing. People got to fall in love with what I'm saying and doing on this page.
Yeah.
Once that happens, you can start being like, hey guys, I'm streaming on Twitch. Come follow the Twitch. People who rock with what you're saying, hell, somebody might scroll across. Oh, he got Twitch, go check it out. Boom,
Yeah.
you live. You got a new audience. You got a new follower. But that takes time, though.
Yeah,
It
it's
takes time.
the hardest thing is to move people from different platforms because everyone just wants to. I mean, the platforms want to keep you on the platform anyway, but
Yeah.
I feel like the thing that I feel like is the hardest for me with content creation is like not that I can't, like I could be consistent if I really press myself to be. I could be I could find ways to hit that viral, hit that viral, whatever you want to call it. Like just like find ways to tap into the algorithm. But I think the thing that I hate, I guess, like I just like there's something about me that does not resonate with the fact that I feel like I'd have to not like trick. There's like something about like the way that videos are presented is that like you can't like you got to play the game, right? So you got to like
Yeah.
kind of do the clickbait thing a little bit, but in a way that like like you're not lying to them, but you're like reeling them in with something that is like, you know what I mean, like with titles and stuff
Yeah, I
like
got
that.
you. Titles.
Um, and I feel like there's just a part of me that like I wish I could just do anything, and I wish the content could just speak for itself. There's a part of the fact that I feel like the algorithm reads all these things and like judges you based upon that I feel like makes me feel like it's not like it's not a level playing field, but like, I feel like maybe I'm just caught on that too much. Like maybe there's just a part of me that's just like I need to grow up and get over that, because like I know that like honestly at the end of the day like everything is just the game, and all games are kind of rigged in one way. Like there's kind of just like a way to play it and a way not to play it, or like in a million ways not to play it really. So yeah, I don't know. And I think, like I said, like there's a point in me that actually enjoys obscurity. It's weird, but I realized it recently that like I'm actually more comfortable with some of the stuff I'm doing not really being so big, because like then I can kind of just be myself and not have to worry. And it's just kind of this thing that dawned on me like in the past couple of years. And I was just like, if I put myself into my art and like my clothing, and people actually really recognize me for that in my real life, and like people think I have real talent, and I get real like I feel like I get the serotonin or whatever that you get from really
Oh,
fulfilling
dopamine?
yourself. Well, like
Yeah.
yeah, like I don't know, I feel like I fulfill myself in that way. Like the clothing that I make makes me happy. The way that people treat it when I drop in my real life, even if it's like my Instagram has gone up and down in numbers, and I've kind of just been doing the same thing. The algorithm changes and I'm staying consistent, and in reality, like because I'm not shifting with the times like that, even though I'm making still like the thing that bothers me, right, is that I'm making things that I know people think are cool, but because I haven't adapted my presentation to Reels as much, I'm not really getting much of the traction that I was getting. And I think I'm just stupid and stubborn, and I just can't get over that yet. And one day I will, and one day I'll get with
I ain't
it.
gonna lie, you got to, bro.
I
You
know,
have to
I
get
know.
with it.
I gotta play the game,
You
right? And
gotta get with it, bro.
but there's just the part of me that like instead of going more into social media, I actually kind of want to get offline and do stuff in person. And I think that actually for
That's
me,
real.
especially being someone with physical stuff, there's a real part for me where I'm selling clothing and shoes that are decent quality, but people don't know that because they don't see, they can't feel it. You know what I mean? Like I can take great photos with my DSLR camera, and I love to take pictures and edit them, and do I just love photography. It's just really fun. And that's a part of it too for me. Like I love photography, and they're making me do videos, and I'm like, fuck that. Like I came to this platform to do pictures, and like, but yeah, I don't know. Like fucking old man rant, I guess. Like I don't know. Like I straight up just I know what I need to do, but I'm just so stubborn with what I like feel is me. And it's just like it doesn't feel like me to pivot for that reason. Like I can find a way around that and preserve myself and feel like I'm doing something that is natural and like still like following my dreams. So I think that's kind
So
of what I've been at. And like there's a point where like my videos I just kind of fuck around and do the stupidest dumbest shit just for the fun of it. Like I don't restrict myself. I just do what I feel like doing. And like even back in the day, like I've told this to my other friend on my other podcast, on his other podcast, but one of my favorite videos to do was just like I was like 18, 19, and I would just play Lego Star Wars and just like just say anything coming out of my head. Just like anything. Stream of consciousness, just like for like, and I would see how long I could go without fucking up. And it was just like, I don't know. Like there's just something to like breaking the mold entirely and just being out there. That's just like that's what I create for now. Like, and my art I feel like is different because like I do really care if that appeals to people. Like it's just something that I feel like is that's where I put my serious energy, and like all my goofy energy goes into content. But yeah.
honestly, I feel that because like I said, I'm multi passionate, so it's very hard for me not to want to post multiple things that are not the same thing every day, right?
Yeah.
And the situation I'm in right now is just easier for me to make one niche of content.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, you want people to love you and what you do. They want people to mess with you, what you do. I said, somebody asked me what I want to do. I said, I want to make a living off of being myself.
Yeah.
Okay, how do you do that? You become somebody worth watching. That takes time. And what better way to show that you're worth watching than to document your story of who you're becoming over time?
Yeah.
It's going. As people go, oh, he started with this. I think the best way right now to blow up with content, pick a niche, pivot. That you do this niche for however long you need to do. When you start to get a reliable audience, pivot. When you see people rocking with you for you, it's like no matter what you say or what you do, you got a good feeling your audience gonna rock with you. Introduce a little bit of different content and see what works.
Yeah.
Start experimenting with that different form of content, see what works with that content. Like what helped me is I did the logical thing. I said, I'm gonna delete my clip TikTok because my clip TikTok isn't doing anything. My quote TikTok is racking.
Yeah.
Okay, I need to focus on short form. That's why like my YouTube videos are kind of like YouTube videos are like really low effort right now because all of my effort is focused on me mass producing clips and B-rolling clips, like not clips, TikToks,
Yeah.
to schedule them every day, so that way I can. I'm trying to like get to the point where it's like my face. It's undeniable. You see my face, you know who I am, and what better way to do that than to be relatable? And
Yeah.
then slowly but surely, I'll start to introduce a different form of content. I'll start to, okay, I've been posting quote TikToks for however long. Let's say I'll go from posting 4 quote TikToks. My last TikTok, instead of it being a quote, becomes a talking video.
Yeah.
Okay, my talking videos are doing well. Okay, now I can start posting two talking videos a day, 2 quotes a day. Oh, now my talking videos are doing super well. Okay, now I can just post talking videos.
Yeah.
Okay, now people love me no matter what the hell I'm talking about. Stream. Or pivot to this, or do this, or people are coming to my YouTube. Okay, I'm doing this. Oh, I can post clips of my YouTube on like just doing like going from, because I think one thing that I think what makes some smaller creators a little envious of these bigger creators is they see they're posting whatever they want, and it looks like and feels like, oh, they're being themselves and they're blowing up. Why can't I do it? Because you're not nobody. Nobody know. That's why.
Yeah.
You're not nobody, and you gotta be like, all right, I'm not nobody. Gonna make the internet know I'm somebody. I'm gonna post so much the internet has to put me somewhere.
Yeah.
Because if you post so much to the point where it's you posting good stuff that's worth watching, and you posting something that's like everybody can be a part of, like you post something that everybody wants to look at, everybody wants to watch, bro, the internet is going to put you somewhere. It
Yeah.
might not. It might not. It's gonna be when you least expect it. Because for me, I did not expect to be making quote TikToks, bro. I swear I didn't. Like if you would have told me, Swag, you're gonna be making quote TikToks for the next several months, and that's how you're
Mm.
gonna get. That's how you're gonna blow up. I would have been like, what? No, I'm gonna blow up off my clips.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm finna blow up off of my quote TikToks. Like that,
Yeah.
my quote TikToks are doing numbers. And that's just real. But it takes time to get to a place where those TikToks go from them just being words on the screen to, oh, I know that dude's face.
Yeah. I think
And then
like,
like,
sorry, what were you gonna say?
no, 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 you're good. Go ahead.
I think it's I think it's one of those things where like you just have the audacity. You have to have the audacity to just try things, you know. And it's like the the expectation that you can keep doing what you're doing forever is just like it's just not realistic necessarily. So it's like always
Mm.
kind of one of those things where like you never know what's gonna change with the algorithm. You never know what's gonna hit different. So it's kind of just always worth to, you know, if you have ideas that you feel like pursuing, you might as well try it, right? But like obviously the
Yeah.
more you try, like if you try and hard pivot into that and it's obviously not working, then you just gotta read the signs, right? Like if you wanna keep
Mm.
your channel and keep your numbers and shit. So I think like there's definitely a balance to like organicness and like kind of just playing that like algorithm because I mean honestly it's one of those things where like the algorithm it's crazy because people don't even really realize how much it does, but the algorithm will analyze your video too, like just not it's not just your title and your like thumbnail and all that, it's literally everything in your video gets analyzed by the algorithm. So it's like like what you're talking about, you know, if you choose to swear or not, sort of thing. Like I choose, you know, I don't really give a shit personally because like I grew up in that era where like people
I don't give
didn't
a shit
care,
either, bro.
but yeah, I don't know. It's just one of those things where like everything like every little thing like that plays a factor, and it's like it's up to you whether or not you want to be so kind of like analytical of your own stuff or if you're just someone like I don't know. I guess I just like to have fun with my stuff because I feel like there was a point where I definitely just stopped getting fun, and I feel like the thing I have to focus on now is just ignore numbers and maximize fun. Like just do what you
That's
really
real.
want to do, and like I think that there's like I think good things will always come from that, honestly, because like it'll keep you going like way longer and way more than like trying to conform fully to like any sort of algorithm or
100%.
like fucking trend or some shit like
100%. That's why like the niche thing is with quotes and like being relatable is working because I want to relate to other people. Like
yeah.
one of the main things I talk about is not feeling connected to other people. This is my way of connecting with other people.
Right.
So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do this because I love it. It's helping me get better with talking to people. Once I get better with talking to people, I can start incorporating other people in my videos. Like I haven't done entertainment content because I'm not comfortable being entertaining for an audience.
Yeah.
That's just real. I'm just not. I'm not. I haven't grown into myself enough to make that type of content in confidence.
But I think
I
people
can
find what you
confidently
it's funny because like I think it's
like
just maybe a vocabulary
what
thing.
I do,
No, I find what you're
or
doing to be entertaining
oh,
because I mean I'm just like I like more philosophical content. Like I like things that seem to be more like I just like stuff that's either educational or like gives me perspective or like makes me actually think. Like there's like a lack of content like that, I think. Although there's a ton of people who do stuff. It's like but there is definitely a place for that, you know. And it's like it's not like it's not entertaining. It's just I think you mean like
mm,
more higher energy content probably.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
like more like funny enough, probably things that have literally nothing to do with philosophy, like literally just going around and just having fun,
Yeah.
like having fun, being funny, capturing moments of humanity
Yeah.
versus like talking about humanity from that's I have the perfect word for it. I'll talk about Luna. Xena, in my opinion, talks about humanity from a third person perspective, like she doesn't live with the rest of us.
Yeah, yeah.
And that is where the difference comes in. That's I realized I was getting analysis paralysis from reading so much philosophy and trying to incorporate it in my everyday life
Mhm.
versus just living my life. I'm gonna
Yeah.
keep it a book. I haven't read a lick of Bataille or philosophy for the past 3 weeks. I've been blissfully ignorantly free.
Yeah, yeah.
I just been chilling. Versus like when I was reading that stuff, yeah, I was excited to talk about it, but throughout my whole day, I feel like I'm going through this like philosophical rigmarole and this maze of trying to have the right answer because Bataille said about how like I'm over here thinking to myself, I can't say this because in all actuality, I'm just a small dude on a planet in a big blue dot. Like I'm over here like,
Getting
what is
way too
living, bro? This vibe.
existential.
Like you getting too like you too into it. Like you're not living. Like
Yeah,
the
yeah.
person I want to be, the wag who like at in my journal, I had to write down who is swag. Swag is still somebody who's becoming. Swag is not like I'm not set by these like these rigid rules and this cookie cutter outline of who
Yeah.
I gotta be. Like I feel like there's this idea of trying to be too woke, trying to know too much. Okay, okay, we all know about like capitalism and phenotypes and all these other different things.
Yeah.
That don't, but like that shit don't like it don't matter for like it just doesn't matter for like you're finna sit there and let these things destroy your whole perception of the world. Like I ain't gonna lie, that's low key what I love philosophy, but it's a double edged sword because you love it so much, and but you start to try to live by the
Yeah.
unwritten rules you make up in your mind based on the interpretation of what you're reading, because you can only be so open minded, and if you never go outside of that mindset you have about when you first read what you read and you digested it in the best way you could, and yeah, you might grow a little bit as a person, knowledgeable wise, but like intrinsically, if you're not comfortable enough with yourself to the point where what you consume doesn't become a definition of who you think you are in relation to other people, it'll change the way you think.
Yeah.
Like Bataille's eroticism, death, and sensuality book changed the way I thought about people
Yeah.
like that the moment I read it. Versus I read it, interpreted it the best way I could, and didn't let it change my perspective unless I chose to. It automatically changed the way I operated my day to day.
Yeah.
Like, okay, the Love Island is a side video. I related all my stuff to that. But people noticed how I started talking about my time, my videos. A commenter said in a video, bro's obsessed with Bataille. And I was like, not gonna lie, they're not wrong. I haven't stopped thinking about Bataille since I read it. And I was like, wait a minute. I haven't been living my life because of Bataille. I've been thinking about
That's
Bataille's
crazy.
philosophy. And granted, that's just my personal analysis of what I think she's stuck in a little bit. Like I
Yeah.
wish she would go branch out and like one thing I miss her doing, she was vlogging at one point, she's not vlogging no more. Like she started trying to vlog,
Okay.
she stopped vlogging. And I was like, no, why? Like go like she needs to go and just talk to people. Like document that. Document that. Okay, you're not confident talking to people. Talk to people. Document that.
Yeah.
Post that. Cause she already she's at the place where I wish I was kind of sort of. I ain't gonna lie. Like I don't envy her. I'm actually very grateful for her, and I really appreciate her content.
Yeah.
But she's at a place where she can post. Like not trying to be mean. She posted a hair update video. It got 2.1K views in a day. Like people are rocking with her.
Yeah.
I don't think she real like she made a video. What really hit me hard when she made a video talking about how she felt like she's more of an she's viewed more as an intelligent person than a woman, and I was like, damn, that sucks because you're not even being identified by your personal gender. You're being identified by what you deliver. Okay,
Yeah.
that's how you feel. Okay, change the way you change the way you think other people feel about you by posting what you want.
Yeah.
You want to go post a video about you going to get ice cream? Do it. Because people already rocking with her. I don't think she realized people don't rock with the shit you talk about. People rock with you.
Yeah.
Like, okay, we already know you're very knowledgeable. We already know that you can talk about political and psychological stuff and philosophical stuff. Okay, be you though. Who are you though? Like, we know what you can deliver, but like, I think what would set her apart, and I think what would have got her in the stream of you, is her being her.
Yeah.
Cause she streams on Twitch, but I don't see any of her clips nowhere. I don't. I don't see none of her clips. I don't know who she is. But also, it doesn't encourage me to go watch her because I'm like, I haven't seen no clips of you where you just being you. Like, I don't want to watch no clips of you talking about political stuff all the time. I ain't gonna lie, that shit get draining.
Yeah.
Respectfully, I don't want to hear that shit all the time.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, I don't care. I live in this country, but hell, they tell us we getting nuked. I'm just gonna sit in my closet and just vibe. Like, all right, we dying, cool. Like,
I mean, I think there's a reason to care, but it's all right. Like I at your age I did not give a shit, so like I can't
do
blame you at
not
all.
care, bro.
I can't blame
lie,
you.
bro. It's just I don't give a shit, bro. It's like all right, like I mean, like I live here. Yeah, I don't like the way the country is totally at all, but it's like, what am I gonna do? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I gotta make the best of what I can in my own life right now. I'm more concerned about my bills than this news broadcast. I'm not gonna lie
Yeah,
to you.
but like
I'm not even thinking about.
it's tied together though.
It,
you know
it
what I
is
mean?
tied together.
It's tied together. It's one of those things where like there's a lot of I've been getting into politics heavily, but not heavily, honestly. But I keep up with political stuff mostly every day, if not like when I'm at work or whatever. But honestly, like I feel like I have become a whole lot more intelligent and empathetic, and maybe not intelligent is a good word, but like informed. You know what I mean? There's but at the end of the
Yeah.
day, it's you'll probably get to that point because low key when I was 24, I didn't give a shit. I it took a certain number of things that I was aware of that I was like, oh shit, that's fucked up. So I looked more into it and then whatever. But like, and I do want to say like stuff like capitalism, I do feel like does matter, and I feel
Oh
like
no, that
being
definitely does
aware
matter.
of capitalism and the way it
Yeah.
affects society matters a lot. And I feel like I think it's funny because I think you've experienced a lot of growth through education and like reading philosophy and stuff. There's a lot of that growth that I feel like I've experienced through just working and just like being a fucking little peon in a big fucking facility and just like I've worked a lot of warehouse jobs. I've worked a lot of really low paying shitty jobs. I've worked a lot of different things for me to get to this point and I still work in a warehouse. So, yeah, I'm just figuring my shit out, but I feel like there's a lot of, especially being a business owner, I feel like clued me into a lot of the ways that capitalism and manufacturing and just I don't know. There's a whole lot of things that it just I learned from all that stuff. So and I it's just hard for me to articulate some of it because I'm not like formally educated on a lot of it, but I do I don't know. I became a whole lot more empathetic, and my perspective has changed a whole lot since I started this journey. So it's like, I think that's a big thing for me is that because of all these changes, like I've just grown into such a different person, you know. And it's like I still kind of have the same goal, but I'm coming at it from such a different angle now, and it's like I still know I can change at any point. I can do something different if I feel like it's not working or whatever, but like there's just this point that I'm like, you know, I like seeing how I'm changing. I like seeing my new perspectives on things. I like seeing just like the things that I'd rather do now than what I used to do like 5 years ago. Like I don't know. I'm glad that regardless of the way that I've kind of refused to play the game, I'm still making things that like I personally love my channel because I can go back and look at all these memories that I've made and like it's such an experience reliving like you from when you were 13 years old and like you have so many videos that like perfectly encapsulate who you were at that time. Like it's crazy. Like it's like you're time traveling in a way. So I love making content and I just don't like the system around the content, I guess. Like but that's
I can't
why
lie. It is breaking that shit down on for yourself. Like I ain't gonna lie, bro. I got a long road.
mhm.
I got a
Yeah.
long. I'm looking at it. I'm like I'm seeing. I'm studying what works, and I'm seeing how there's a current creator that I'm watching, and he does kind of like woke philosophical type of content in a comedic way. It's working,
Yeah.
and he's pivoting to YouTube now. But
Mhm.
I know for a fact that man gonna blow up, and he's gonna blow up in a way where he can go do what he want. Like
Yeah.
he can because he's generalized into speaking about woke stuff, and he's about helping you break the matrix and not doom scroll,
Yeah.
and he's being kind of funny about it. He can go into streaming and blow up.
Yeah.
He can go into doing whatever he want to do and make a clip out of it and it'll blow up because people know his face so much now. His
Mhm.
face is so well known now, like his face. And it's like, okay, that's that. And once I get to that point, that's when the pivot happens.
Yeah.
But I gotta craft myself into the man I want to be, so I can be like legitimate. Like okay, he's smart. He knows what he's talking about. Okay, but why? Like, what do I have to back that up? Like, do I have certain things in order that appeal to audiences that make me look believable?
Yeah.
There's a certain amount of believability I gotta have, and if I don't have enough reps, or I ain't got no level of believability based on appearance, I'm not gonna get no listen. There's no motion.
Mhm.
But I feel like it just take time. Just like I ain't gonna lie, the market. You gotta just play the game. And you
Yeah.
gotta trust the process. That's all it really comes down to. If you're not wanting to play the game, then you don't really want to do content. You just want to get big, and you can get big, but it ain't got to be content. You can just get on TikTok and just spam posts. People blow up off of spam posts all the time. People blow up. People, there's literal random people have spams that blow up on TikTok because they just simply post and stay consistent, and they post every single day.
Yeah.
Like they don't even have nothing else better to do. They just post every single day, and their TikToks blow up, and you're like, the first TikTok was about their cooking green beans. The second TikTok they're watching their dog poop. You're like, what the fuck? Like, how did they blow up? Like,
That's
because they were consistent.
but that's why it pisses me off, Like it's just
It's
like
just it's dumb, bro.
it's dumb. It really is. But,
It is.
at the end of the day, like that's why I'm choosing to just not play the game. Like I'm choosing to exist on the platform, but I'm not choosing to play the game. And like
That's real.
it's empowering for me, I guess, in a way. And like I just had this thought where I was, and this is probably gonna sound so crazy because like it sounds like what, antithetical, or it sounds like counterproductive, right? But I had this thought one day, and like I was tripping for real. Like, so it was just this high thought, and I was just like, being someone who, say you pivot into this full time, right? And I know you're doing it a lot, so you're basically doing it full time, low key. But like, say this was your thing, right? And I think, and I don't want to, honestly, I don't want to predict this onto you, so I'm gonna just keep it with me. Say like I had my business pop into the point where I'm fully doing my thing every day, and I feel like there's just a point where like when you're doing something for money full time, like, and you're relying on that money to survive and keep doing your thing, and you don't really have like, I don't know, some people have like a fallback plan or whatever, all that. But like, say you don't really have that, like, I feel like the moment that you become reliant on the success of your channel, or like the success of like my clothing brand, I feel like it takes away a part of that freedom that you get to just be just yourself without having to worry so much about if people fuck with you. You know what I mean? Like there's just that point where like I feel like that is a freedom that I have currently that I think I just didn't appreciate because I was so focused on trying to get to that point. You know what I mean? But like, I have the freedom to do whatever I want. I can be whoever I want, and no one can say shit about that, because if they do say shit about like that, what does it matter to me? Like I have all the freedom in the world to be whoever I want, figure myself out, do my shit, and then once I maybe figure it out and like polish out, like, because that's the thing, like I never really wanted to get big as a person. Like there's just a part of me where like I don't give a fuck about celebrity culture. Like I don't want to be a celebrity myself. I don't want to
Ooh, I didn't even
be.
think about that. I ain't gonna lie. That does scare me. I can't front.
And
That thought scares me. Like
yeah.
that thought scares me. I
No,
don't think I'm. I don't. Me right now. I'm not built for that, but I know I'll be all right. It's gonna come.
Yeah.
If I can handle a text from somebody I didn't really want to find out makes content, that I make content, like they're like, oh, you make content, yeah. Like
Yeah.
I think like celebrity culture is like, I think the longer you play the game, you'll begin to understand why the winners get treated so different. You'll begin to understand why the winners get treated the way they do. And that's where like I might not understand certain cultures right now, I might understand certain things, but I know over time you will.
I
You will.
mean,
Like I already understand the concept of I'm encapsulated in those minutes people watch me. So like people, if they see a clip of me and I'm like dancing up and down on the bed and I blow up off that, some people might walk up to me in the street like, bro, jump up and down right quick, bro, and pull their phone out. I'm like, but I have to know like, okay, they saw that clip of me blowing up. Where
yeah,
I
yeah.
jumped up on my bed. Now I don't have to do it, but it's like I get why they expect that, because it's like, oh, like you're the guy that blew up because he was jumping up and down on the bed.
I mean, yeah, if that's
It's
all
like,
you'd be doing, then like they're gonna expect you to do that, right? So
yeah. Like it's same like speed. Speed is a prime example. Everybody knows speed is like thinks
he's
speed is a
hilarious.
crash out. Nobody has mentioned speed being a crash out since I haven't seen it.
Yeah,
I don't see nothing about speed crashing out or nothing.
Speed went to
Like,
Palestine. He was one of the first to go to Palestine. That shit was crazy, bro.
yeah, like he's big. He's an actual celebrity, like
Yeah.
literally.
Yeah.
And like I don't think I'll ever be that big, but like I honestly I'm not even worried about the size at which my growth happens, because
Yeah.
I feel like I'm more concerned about my message, and my message is just about becoming your best self, bro. Like you owe it to yourself to be your best self, no matter how ugly that looks. And I feel like
Yeah.
the thing that I want to separate myself from other creators is you get to see that ugly.
Yeah.
You get to see it. I want people to see that ugly. I want people to see like, oh, this is ugly, bro. Like this is ugly. Like he's just letting this happen like
Yo.
on camera. Yeah, I am because this is transparent. This
Yo,
is
God does
authenticity.
like ugly, bro.
Yes, he does. I think authenticity to me is more important than content. Honestly, bro.
Well,
If I decide
that's what like
to just not be authentic, I'm betraying myself automatically as a creator.
yeah,
For real.
like what you were saying. Like I feel like I am my best self when I don't play the game so much. Like I feel like I'm my best self
Like,
when I serve myself and I serve what is true and real and like enjoyable to me. And if that doesn't align with the way the algorithm works, and I truly just want to do this for fun, then I ain't gonna fuck with it. Like I just don't like it just doesn't matter to me in that way. Like I feel like the thing that made me push so hard when I was younger was that I was like dead set on this shit, and I was like I cannot see it any differently. Like I didn't have the capacity to realize that like I'm going to change. I'm going to be someone different in like 10 years, and like this probably isn't even something I'm going to want to do forever, but it's like because I saw it as my only option, I kind of built this path essentially because I didn't see any other possibility. But in reality, like you can't see the future, so like I never would have thought I would have started a business that would have affected so many people. Like and I feel like that's like, you know, maybe I sound like full of myself, but low key like the stuff that I make, I feel like I put real time and effort into it to the point where like and people really appreciate it, and people when I'm out and about, like when I'm doing my thing, people will actually say like things to me in ways that people never complimented me before I started wearing my own stuff. And like to me, like I can't tell you how that makes me feel. Like that is so much more fulfilling than 500,000 views, bro. Like that is nothing. 500,000 views on a stupid ass Minecraft video, bro. Are you fucking kidding me, bro? Versus wearing your own art and like people actually fucking with you because of that. Like that is such a bro, because I have a name at my warehouse because of my art, because people fuck with my art, because people will buy it, and like this dude is buying 2 posters off me tomorrow. Like I feel like I'm blessed in that way, bro. I don't gotta get numbers online to feel that, you know? Like, and the numbers like that I got when I was younger, like they don't, that's not what matters to me. When I look back and I look back at my content, like what was fun, what was really fun to me that resonates throughout time, that's what really like affects me. Like I don't know. I don't know.
I'm I definitely understand that for sure. When I was making, this is gonna sound, I feel the same way about what you just said about the content I'm making now. The only difference is I'm just getting numbers off of it, I guess.
Yeah, well,
Like
no, you're aligning both
I,
of those things, which is like
yeah,
that's key
like
to.
bro, my whole thing was like, I said, man, I wish there was a YouTuber out there that was like, he's entertaining like Marlon and all of them, but he also just has that real like side of himself that he's showing to the internet,
Yeah,
regardless of what it may do. And I was like, wait a minute, I can do that.
yeah,
It's like I can, and now that I'm getting myself to that spot now internally, where like I can just post me, I can just post my thoughts, I can just be me, and it gets starting to get traction. Like, okay, people are relating to me, people are seeing this, it's relatable, it's working. Like, crazy enough, I was sitting down, I had a thought, I said, man, I don't really think anybody's like really rocking with this shit for real. Then that's the day you DM me, and I was
oh,
like,
for real?
what?
That's
Yes, like the day you DM me, I had a thought of like, it wasn't me. I don't think those thoughts are me.
yeah,
But I'm
yeah.
sitting there editing, and I'm like, damn, nobody's really relating to this shit for real. Like, this is whack. Like, people are just watching and commenting a little bit of it, but it's not something serious.
That's crazy
And
though.
you, you
You get so many comments that are like, "Oh, I
I
totally
do get a
fuck
lot of
with this."
comments.
Like, you get a crazy amount of
I
comments.
do, but it's like I'll be like, I'll be like, I'll get a comment, bro. I'll get a Bible paragraph, and I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
they trolling, bro. Like, I'll be like,
bro.
that, like a thought will cross my head. Nah, they trolling. And I'm like, why am I even thinking that? They're not trolling. That's for real.
It's just
Like
the
that's real.
internet is so depersonal though. Like you
It
can't get
is.
someone's real attitude from a comment. Like,
Exactly. That's how I
y
was like, oh,
yeah,
you're trolling. Like
that's the thing. Like,
somebody posted somebody commented today and said I'm black pilled because I
bro,
made the
what?
love eyes.
You're like the least black pill person I've even met, bro. You're so
Like
like,
they were like, oh, you're black pilled. I'm like, I guess, bro.
that's crazy,
I'm
bro.
black for sure. Like,
Bro,
and
you're
like
so
somebody did,
optimistic. What are they even talking
bro.
about?
Somebody DM me on. I kid you not. Somebody DM me on Instagram.
Hmm.
They sent me probably one of the longest messages I've ever seen in my life. I ain't gonna lie. This is how I know I'm doing something right too.
Yeah,
Honestly,
to be honest, yeah.
it was probably the longest hate message I ever received. I've never seen such. I was like, is this? I had to make sure that what I was reading was hand typed. I
What was
copied
it?
and pasted it.
Yeah, what was it about?
So I think he either came from they either came from the Love Island Side video, or they came from something about either the masculinity isn't real or
Oh
the
yeah, yeah.
patriarchy ruins.
That
But
shit's gonna
one of
trigger
those three
people, bro.
videos,
That's just gonna really trigger people, bro.
bro came in my video. He said, "First off, I want to start off by saying your intro song is a Playboy Cardi song." Okay.
Yo, that's
I
crazy,
like
bro.
I was like, I like Cardi. Like he makes good like yeah, I like his song, I like the beats. Then he was like basically the whole message what I understood, he basically told me I was never gonna make it. And he told me the reason why is because I'm a niche philosopher on YouTube and he can't stand fake philosophers. I've I've never claimed
Bro,
to
that's so
genuinely be a
funny.
I've joked about being a philosopher ever since I started content. I'm just some black dude with too much swag and too much time on his hands. That's really what it comes. Whatever you want to attribute to me is that's you.
Yeah, yeah.
I personally just make what comes to me. And if you think I'm just some black pilled philosopher on YouTube, that's your opinion. I've never claimed that. So
That's
I'm
so
reading
funny,
this and
bro.
like some of the words he said, I was like, what? Like I was like he told me I was like he said really you just make these videos because you're depressed. And I was like, I'm not depressed. Like
Bro, it's so funny, man. Like cause I make art, so like I don't really get a whole lot of haters. People who just like do or don't interact with my stuff for the most part. But the only stuff I've ever gotten hate on were like two things really. There was one piece I made that actually really popped off in my town when I made it, like among like my old high school friends and shit like that. And it was straight up just kind of like it was like a trippy owl, but it kind of like the way it was stanced and all that kind of reminded people of Drake. So like low key, people were just like every time I'd post it, they'd be like, "This reminds me of Drake, fuck you," basically. And I'm just like this. They're basically like I'm copying essentially, like, and it's just like okay, like great, like all right, this is a great.
people are not.
It was
People are
so
not
funny.
real.
They're just like, and it was like, man, I wonder if I have it around somewhere. But anyway, it doesn't even fucking matter, bro. It's just a stupid ass owl design, and it's like, it's so funny too because like I was going off of references, so I was using real owls and like. I like looked at the hieroglyphic one for a little bit, but I didn't use it as a reference. But I think that's the one Drake actually like referenced in his OVO stuff. So like low key, it's like, bro, it's just an animal. Like how fucking I don't know. People are
How
fucking funny, man.
I didn't be letting people like say whatever. And then like I went to go click on the profile and it was like user not found. I was like, okay, so this was you made this and deactivated your Instagram. Like
The
I don't know, but I
but
just I just like it's just people interpersonalize content so much. Like it doesn't matter
yeah.
what I make, bro. Somebody's gonna get mad,
So
and that's
the
okay.
so like someone once tried to tell me what I meant in one of my designs, bro. With one of my art pieces, bro. Someone tried to tell me what I meant.
This-
And that shit was so funny to me, but it made me so mad, bro. I blocked him immediately because that shit was crazy. So it's this piece, right? And like, so you know 1984, I think. The
1984.
it's a book. It's
The
like
book.
a
1985.
dystopian.
I've heard of it.
It's
Yes,
very it's
I've
very
heard of that.
very very famous. But like there's just I think there's like I think the cover is like a giant eyeball looking down and like there's like a like I don't know, it's about governments and shit like that, surveillance and all that. But so I made a piece that was essentially just a big eyeball and it had a red background and it had like my basically like my company name, like just like trippy like swirls throughout. But like it was just a simple design, and it was a big ass eyeball. I thought eyeball was cool imagery. And it said no peace, only blood. And in I used song lyrics to inspire that, and it was just like this. To me, it felt like it was like it's like resistance in the form of like just to me, if it was like I'm gonna be myself no matter what. I'm not gonna let anyone tell me who I'm gonna be. I'm not gonna let anyone tell me like what I should want or anything in life. Like I'm gonna be myself, even if it makes people mad. That was my meaning with the design, with the imagery. And someone DM'd me and was like, "What does this design mean?" And I told them, and they were like, "No, it doesn't." I'm like, bro, what are you talking about? Like, what the fuck are you talking? Like, the audacity to say that to an artist, to ask them what it means and to tell them it doesn't mean that, blew my fucking mind, bro. Like, I'm like, you gotta be trolling. Like, I blocked him immediately. Like, I was just like,
You better than me. Honestly, I've gotten. I don't know if you ever went to that video and looked at the comments on that Love Island Asylum video, bro.
I saw a lot of support when I because that was the video that I found you from. So like that was
bro. When I tell you the comments I've got on that shit is crazy. Bro, I got a comment. Somebody told me they said bro. Somebody said they said let me see. They said some shit like, God, I wish I could remember. They said some nut shit. I was like, bro, what? I was like, somebody said something like, I was insecure, something about insecurity or something, or like I made that video from a place of like
insecurity or like low self-esteem or
like I'm like I was projecting,
yeah,
or like they were like, or this is the comments that be blowing me.
Mm-hmm.
A comment that will say either duh or how'd you not know that? When did I ever say I just discovered this? Like I'm like, do you watch the video? I'll be like, I get comments where I can tell people to not watch it. They just clicked on it, watched the first bit of the video, and it said something and they left. And I'm just like, see, like,
bro,
like,
I swear. So I've actually watched all of your videos. Like that. Hopefully that's not weird.
I appreciate that's before. I appreciate you real one. If I can dap you up.
Hell yeah, bro. All right, yeah, no, but when I'm at work, I straight up just like I like content that is meaningful. So I'll play like political content, or I'll play like your stuff because I think you dive into topics that I feel like are interesting and like, you know, just help me think about like my world and my perspective, right? But like there was one comment, bro, I swear to God, it fucking made me laugh so much. I had to be like, bro, I had replied to him. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about, bro? I forget what video it even was now, but you were talking about something, and the dude was like, yeah, you should take mushrooms. I'm like, bro, what are you talking about? He was like, yes, bro. He was like, you need to, just like microdose or like macrodose, and because like that'll open your third eye or some shit. And I'm like, bro, what? That shit is so funny, bro.
I didn't even fully read it. I saw microdose and stopped reading.
That shit was so funny. And like I like that kind of thing. So like but like to think that you have to do that to get to that point, like that shit was so funny, man.
I was like,
that shit.
I didn't even indulge in it. I saw micro something. I said, I'm not reading that. I don't even know what that means. I'm not.
You should microdose. Yeah, for real, bro. Okay, bro. Like, it's so funny because like, bro, I do fuck with psychedelics. I think that's part of what inspires my art, like my art style, and like part of like my spirituality in a way. So like, there's just a part of me that like, I'm personally like I fuck with it, but like I totally understand why people would not, or like people would not want to fuck. Like there's like a million reasons why people wouldn't want to do that sort of thing. There's so many risks associated with it. There's like, you know, every time you do it there's a risk, right? So like, but to go and to just be like to that be the fucking advice that you give somebody from something that's just like, you know, like I won't say that like psychedelics don't make me think in a similar way that some of your videos like go down a path like philosophically, like it makes you existential in a way, like, and like I say weed does the same thing for me, but there's just the point where like, yeah, smoke weed and you'll be fucking like, what are you talking about, bro? Like to tell someone to take a substance to arrive to a logical conclusion or to do anything productive is just the dumbest thing of all time. Like I don't know.
I just let them do what they do in the comments, bro. Like, I told you I love every comment, bro. I don't heart it literally, but I love going to read how people are
Yeah.
like people's perspectives are engaging with mine and like learning different perspectives, learning different ways of thinking.
Hmm.
Because I'm not a very small minded person. I don't think I'm very small minded at all. I try to be very open.
Yeah.
Because one thing I will always say, I have never made a video with the intention to be right.
Hmm.
Never. I've never made a video and have been like, I'm right about this. Can't nobody tell me I'm wrong. Never. Because I don't care to be right. It's not about that.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be the best version of me. And if I put my thoughts out there and somebody gives me a different framework to look at my map, like I'm trying to get to a place on my map and you giving me a different route of thinking to
Yeah.
that destination, why would I not look at it? It don't make sense.
Right.
Because my road ain't the best one that could be traveled, and I know that for a fact. So I have to be open to changing my routes, and I feel like as a creator and as somebody who has the privilege of leading people, like I think I first of all thank you not only for watching all my videos, but I think it's a privilege that I have somebody to watch any of my things.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
could be
Yeah.
the only person watching my video. I still would feel obligated to give you the best possible content and leadership I could through my videos.
Yeah.
If you aren't gaining anything from my videos, because I'm not leading myself outside of my videos, that would reflect in my content and you wouldn't be
Right.
interested in watching.
I
So,
think I
like,
think
people who
there's
want to stick with me, I respect that a lot, a ton, like a shit ton, bro. Like, I rock with people who just comment every video.
yeah.
I'll be like, see, that's love. You don't have to do that. That's
Yeah.
something you chose to do. Like, I love that. I respect that.
I think there's like part of the reason I reached out in general is because like I feel like I related to you in a way, like the way that you think in some sort of way, which maybe is just stupid, like or whatever. But I think
No, that's for real.
there was another part of me that's like I've been on this platform for so long, and I feel scared to reach out to people because I feel like my channel doesn't do very well anymore. Like I don't really be consistent, so it's like I feel like people look at my channel and be like, this dude weirdo or whatever. But like I feel like just there was the moment where I'm like I need to not like I'm an anxious person and I tend to be shy or whatever, and I realize like I'm shooting myself in my own foot because like I've always wanted to be a part of a community online. I've always seen like my thing. There was this podcast I got into when I was like 16, just started working, and I would listen to it at work, and it was these artists who kind of came together and they made a company and they were doing a podcast every week. They had a Patreon. They had like this system going, and they were working together in a real collaborative way that was like building something for all of them. Like they brought all their names together into this thing, and it attracted so many people from different corners of the internet. And that to me was amazing because I'm just like, wow, you guys really came together, brought your audiences together, and really built something. And it was just so inspiring to me. So I followed them on Twitter, and they started like basically retweeting their other friends that were artists, and like I kind of got a view of this. Like I was like 16, 17, but I got this view of like this whole community of artists and people working together and supporting each other, and it just inspired me to no end. Like I was so interested in that and being a part of that, and like but I was still so shy. Like I wasn't willing to like go out of like my box and like communicate with other people or even reach out to people in my comments and be like, like look at their channels, see if they made content. Like there was like 2 friends I made over the course of like 8 years, and like I said, one of them I don't even talk to anymore. So like I'm just trying to be out there, man. I'm trying to like, cause like I feel like I was self-conscious too much of like what I did and how much it mattered or how much it was like good content, you know? But I feel like now I like there's this part of me that I've done so much art that I stand behind, that I fuck with, that I don't feel ashamed to show it to people. And I feel like once I did all that stuff, I feel like that's where I got to the point where not only did I get to the point where I realized I was like confident enough to just like do whatever the hell I wanted and talk to people and be myself and not be worried about if they would mess with me on that level, but I realized how stupid that was to begin with. Like to think that you as a person are derived to what you make, like or like boiled down to that. It's like it's stupid because like people are people. You don't have to be an artist to be worth it, to be like an interesting person, you know? But like
Mhm.
part of me, like I've grown up watching content and aspiring to be a content creator and like all that. So I've always kind of equated my worth to what I make, and like it's toxic in a way to some degree because
It can't be. Yeah, it
yeah.
definitely can't be.
But you know, I can't say it
It
doesn't
takes
inspire
time.
me
It
to make.
takes it takes time to get out of that, bro. I think what helped me get out of that is getting so many reps up to the point where like you don't even give people time to measure. Like you don't even give yourself that thought process to measure your worth based on like the results because you're so focused on getting out the reps. Like
Yeah.
one thing that's helping me is I'm so focused on the reps, like the reps, because for me the reps aren't even the videos. It's what I do outside the videos.
Mm-hmm.
For me, it's like my videos come from a place of intrinsic creation. It's the video itself is going to do what it's going to do. The algorithm is something I can't control.
Yeah.
I can't control how people engage with the content. I can just post it. Okay, how do I post good content? I become a person that's capable of producing good content, and then I'm like, okay, I'm a person that's capable of producing good content. I'm a person that's capable of delivering it, editing it, getting these things in order, and then whatever happens, what it happens. But that does not change my progress I've made as a person.
Yeah.
And I feel like over time, because I have so much believability over time, because everything is about aesthetic, everything's about looks. So how do I look to appeal to the audience about improvement and becoming your best self? I have to become my best self. The best way for me to become my best self authentically is to document when I wasn't. That's the best way.
Mm-hmm.
People gonna look back on these videos a year from now and be like, damn, he really changed. Yeah. I
Yeah.
had the audacity to show you that I can change versus I show up as a final product and you're like, damn, I'll never be like him. No, you are like me. We're together in this. That's why like I finally called my community too swaggy. Like literally the number two and then swaggy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like we all too swaggy. We just don't know it yet. That's really what it comes down to. And it gets to a point where you gotta have the audacity to stand on the version of yourself you know you can be.
Yeah.
Because one thing people will do, especially small-minded people that I've come to notice, is I've come to notice how people try to play games with you. Like I work, I'm in an internship right now, and I work with other people who are around my age on the same program.
Yeah.
And I ain't trying to be rude, cause I'm making a video about this too. 9 to 5s are loservilles. Like they just losers, bro. Like okay, you ain't got nothing else going on outside this job except the drama in this job.
Yeah.
Like the drama in this job is your fuel for sustenance. You wouldn't be able to breathe oxygen if you didn't have something to talk about at this job. And it's like they be trying to bring me into their little narratives about why they think I don't talk to them, and I don't talk to you because respectfully, I'm not regular, and I know
Yeah.
I'm not regular because I'm willing to do things that most people wouldn't do on a day-to-day basis for their brand.
Yeah.
It's content creators out here that don't post 4 times a day, once a day. It's some people that post once a week,
Yeah.
and not because they're not capable. It's because they are, and they just choose to post once a week because they want to call themselves a content creator without being a content creator. Like
Yeah.
they want to be able to say in a conversation, "Yeah, I make content." I don't care about telling people I make content because whether you see me or not doesn't change the fact that I'm a content creator. Whether you know I make content or not,
Bless you.
wow, excuse me, I just sneezed out of nowhere. But whether you know I make content or not doesn't change the fact that I'm a content creator. It's like
Yeah.
I'm a content creator because I love to create.
Yeah.
People knowing or not doesn't change that I love to create. I'm gonna create regardless. So it's like when it come down to like being the best version of you, having the audacity to do that regardless, it
Yeah.
don't matter, bro.
Do
You just gotta
you
know to set yourself apart from the lanes. That's how I see it.
do you follow like do you watch like video essays a lot, or is that not really your thing?
I watch some from time to time.
I feel like those channels are like what I aspire to be in terms of like not necessarily like the content necessarily, like, cuz I do like the idea of maybe making a video essay one day on something that I really fuck with, but I think the fact that a lot of those channels, they really just sit on a project and they work on it and they work on it and work on it and work on it, and they put it out after months, but they put it out after vigorous research and like heavy video editing, and like it just comes out like a masterpiece a lot of the time. Like sometimes like people
Mm,
really just put their time and effort into something, and it's not about how many times you post. It's about what the product is, like what it
mm.
is that you're making, like how much did you put behind it, how much effort did you, like that to me, that is what I aspire to be. I don't give a shit about posting every day. I will never give a shit about posting every day, honestly. I don't think I'll ever care about that. And I feel like if I do it, it's just because I want to, you know? Like, there is a part of me that is like, because, like, who am I to be a hamster on this fucking, like, wheel? You know what I mean? Like, I'm just gonna be who I wanna be. I'm gonna do what I wanna do. And, like, there's no algorithm that'll tell me what to do. Like I swear to God, like that's just who I am. I'm pushing it
You
back
feel like the
against it
algorithm you feel like the algorithm tells you what to do?
because it puts you in this box. You know what I mean? Like you either play the game or you just choose not to. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what you like. You know, like
The way
the
I see
algorithm
it,
is the game.
the way I see it is the game is free roam. It's free roam. I'm the controller,
Yeah.
not the game. You said why would I be a who am I to be a hamster in the wheel? I think the algorithm's the hamster in the wheel.
I
And
mean,
and I think in a way there's some creators not like you, but there's some creators who
yeah,
get bitter and they don't realize that the wheel's never supposed to roll anywhere else. It's a hamster wheel. It's gonna keep spinning the same direction.
yeah,
If
yeah,
you're trying to get it to roll off the hinges, it's not. It's not gonna do that. It's gonna do what it's supposed to do. It's gonna do what it's programmed to do.
yeah,
Me personally, it's like F the algorithm. I'm me. The
yeah,
algorithm
yeah.
gonna have to do something with me. That's how I see it. Like, I ain't no algorithm gonna prevent me. If this is my true path and this is what I'm supposed to be doing, I wouldn't be blowing up. If this wasn't my true path, I like if this ain't it. I wouldn't have blown up at all. Nothing would have happened. If it, this I feel like if this is not meant for me, I wouldn't have blown up. I wouldn't have done. I would not have gotten anywhere on anything. There wouldn't have been a video I could talk about blowing up with. There would have been a 4K sub count that I could show or nothing. I would just be unknown.
Yeah.
I've been posting for over a month now. Only over a month. I haven't even posted for 6 of those months. I haven't posted consistently for 6 months on nothing. And I started posting in June. Let me see. I started posting 2 months ago, really.
Yeah.
So my video, the first video I made was May 19th on YouTube, on TikTok. The first video I made was May 19th.
Yeah.
It is currently July 27th. I've only been posting for 2 months. In 2 months, I
That
got
is
to where I'm
crazy.
at. I feel like if I wasn't supposed to do nothing content wise, I would not have made it this far.
Yeah.
So why would I quit now?
But
This is
like
the
I said,
most I've
like,
ever gotten in the shortest amount of time ever doing anything on any platform on my life.
yeah.
Whether it was clips on TikTok, whether it was whatever it was, I never gotten this much love, attention, and like retention on anything. So
Yeah.
this got to be it. I
I
don't
think
see
I
anything
definitely
else.
think there's a combination of what's going on. I do think there's a part of it where like I said, like you naturally are lining up with what the algorithm is expecting. That's just the way it's going right now. Like, and so I think that that's definitely playing like a huge factor. But I think like definitely also your personality is a big part of it, because like obviously if people didn't come to the video, like if people came to the video and they didn't like what they saw, like they wouldn't stick around. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to have something there substance wise to keep them there. And I think there's a lot of people who feel isolated nowadays, and I feel like the part of your like authenticity, but also like breaking things down like sociologically slash philosophically for a lot of people, I think like is a big appeal, because I think like that kind of it's something that people resonate with that they don't see a lot of. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I think that is like a huge factor that like, and you know you're consistent. You do a lot of the same type of thing that kind of bleeds into like, you know, it's kind of like, oh, I watched this video, now I can watch the next one, because they're not like too big. They kind of bleed into each other a little bit. They're all kind of related, at least on like the type of not like directly related, but you know what I mean. Like your content kind of it flows well from video to video, which is like platforms like YouTube love to analyze. Like, you know, do you bring someone back? You know what I mean? Like, so I don't know. Like, I just feel like I don't know. I'm definitely bitter. Like, I'll admit it fully. Like, I feel like my
I would
experience has
say
made me bitter, bro. But
I
like,
don't think you're bitter. I don't think you're bitter. Because if you were bitter, you wouldn't even reach out to me.
but
I don't
like,
think you're
no,
bitter.
that's the
I
thing. Like,
think
I'm
I
bitter
yeah.
about the system that I'm in, like, or the system that content
Oh,
exists in. I'm not bitter about making content. Like, I have this part of me, like I said, like I focus on just having fun. Like, I don't fuck like no matter how I want to put it, I know I don't fuck with the way that the algorithm works. I know I don't fuck with the way that content works and the way that like experiencing the internet works nowadays because the algorithm exists on all platforms. So I'm just not really a huge fan of that. But I know I still like to make stuff, and I know maybe the people who will actually appreciate it will probably see it. I don't even care necessarily to be entertaining, not gonna lie. Like, I just like being myself. Like, I just like being me. And if I happen to be funny, like, I'm the type of person where I don't try to be funny. If I'm funny, that's just me being myself, and like that just like comes and like that feels 100 times better to me. Like, if I'm just like being myself and not even thinking so much about that, because I have such anxiety that like I overanalyze myself constantly. Like, so just me allowing myself to be myself, to not have to put these like parameters that feel fake upon myself, like, and that's what I feel like I'm doing when I force myself to appeal to the algorithm. Even though I know that at the end of the day, I could make content and then just choose a way to package it that appeals to the algorithm, that appeals to people. I just, I think I'm battling with the concept of the way our world works, the way that I feel like capitalism influences the world that we're in, and the way that, like, I'm still figuring out how I want to move, Like, I'm trying to figure out how I want to present myself in a world that's ever changing. And I feel like part of that is just like overthinking. And I think that like this, like me reaching out and then feeling like, oh man, he's going to think I'm an idiot. And then it's like, oh, you actually do fuck with this and you want to do it. And that's cool. And I'm like, wow, okay, maybe just doing the thing instead of thinking about it is like 100 times better. So like, yeah, no, my mind
yeah,
is
like
just,
if you
I just overthink.
you just gotta live, man.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
used
for
to
real.
overthink a lot too. I used to overthink a lot, like all the time. Um, what made me overthink a lot was trying to control everything.
Yeah,
The essence of overthinking in your brain is you're trying to look for a solution to solve the anxiety that you're experiencing. Unfortunately, I gotta be the one to tell you, there's not a single thought you're gonna come up with to ease it. Live with it. Anxiety don't leave you. You don't all of a sudden get a boost of confidence. Anxiety just never comes. No, you get anxious about things, but you yourself are not an anxious person. Like, once you learn to reword the subject of your anxiety, the subject of your anxiety isn't you. It's the problem. But the problem isn't a problem. It's an experience, and it's just something you've never felt before. And let that sit. You're anxious because you've never experienced this. You're anxious because you've never seen this or heard this or been a part of this. And let that anxiety sit. Because once you sit, it's a growth.
yeah,
If you turn to the next vice or the next source of comfort, which is overthinking, you're overthinking because you think there's a you're trying to find a thought, and there's a comfort in searching for an answer than believing you don't have one. Because if you keep searching, you hoping you're gonna fish out something, but if you never do, at least you got that reassurance you can always go back to searching.
yeah,
I stopped I stopped looking for an answer when I decided to start making videos. I said, you know what? I got all this anxiety about getting on the internet. I got all this anxiety about putting my face out there. I got all this anxiety about this and the third. Why does that matter? If I have an insatiable need to create, if I have this idea, it's about the art of execution. Either I execute or I get paralyzed. It's no in between.
yeah,
And I think ultimately what helped me the most was just doing it no matter how I feel. Okay, I'm scared, post it. You're
yeah,
anxious, post it. You scared to type that, post type it. Like, do exactly what it is that is within you, because if you move against it and you try to overthink how you feel as a creator, your creativity will become something else. It will become, I believe personally, it will become something else negative for you. Your creative energy will feed your anxiety more because that energy went back into you being anxious versus you expel it and it leaves you. Now you're not anxious about it no more. It's gone.
Yeah, yeah,
Like I'm anxious about, it's like basketball. Like I used to be a very anxious like player. I used to be like so in my head all the time about how I played. Now I just play,
yeah,
and I'll be hooping. But I didn't get stupid nice until I stopped overthinking everything I did.
yeah,
The way I did that was by just living with the decisions I made. I airballed. Okay, so what? Like I airballed. Like that. It's like nothing's gonna happen to you if you just let it happen. Like nothing's
yeah.
gonna happen if you try to force a comfortable outcome. You won't ever grow. Let's say you get what you want, you get comfortable, and then what? You're still you're comfortable. Like it's the comfortability is the cousin of death. Sleep is not. I believe being complacent is the cousin of death. You get
You
complacent, you
know,
might as well die.
I actually wrote down this as a topic, and I haven't even needed to dive into my topics because I knew this conversation wouldn't go well anyway. But I was just, given I am an anxious person, and like low key, bro, I will say that like my anxiety comes from trauma. It's like something I can't really control. Like I can control it, but it's a very long process of growing out of it. I'll say I've definitely started to grow out of it because otherwise I wouldn't have reached out in the first place because I've always been a nervous fucking piece of shit. But anyway, what I meant to say is,
I don't mean to cut you off. Are you off tomorrow? Are you doing anything tomorrow?
oh yeah, because you got a dip. I was gonna ask if
I
you.
do, I do, but I do want to continue this and like do your topics and stuff
Yeah, I
and
mean,
get your content.
we've already been recording for almost 2 hours. Like this is,
Whoa.
yeah,
We
bro.
can definitely do this however many times you like to. I
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
mind this at all.
Though,
Uh,
do you have time for one more thing, real quick?
yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I just thought it was interesting because I've thought about it recently, but growth as a result, basically, I feel like people grow because they need to grow. I feel like I feel like growth is directly related to putting yourself or like being in a position in which you need something or else like that's it. You know what I mean? Like I feel like a lot of the time like development that actually happens is not a result like you said of complacency. Like you're not going to develop if you're complacent. If you're in a position where you feel like you need to continue and you need to do these things, like I feel like you will just naturally, because you have no other option in your mind, like it's just survival, like you got to do what you got to do. And I feel like that is the difference. Like you're not gonna do it if you don't feel like you have to. You know what I mean? Or at least like I don't know. That's just like speculation, theory, whatever. I don't know. It's just a thought I had really. But do you
That's
kind of?
I agree. I think to an extent growth becomes a choice.
Mm-hmm.
I think after you grow from a certain narrative the first time, if you find yourself resetting, the next time you do it is it's a choice.
Yeah.
And I think growth not only comes out of necessity, but it comes out of pain. It comes out of uncertainty. It comes out of being spontaneous. Like growth happens.
Yeah.
You shed new skin. You shed old skin every day. You don't even know.
Mm-hmm.
I have a theory. I think people die every day intrinsically. I
Yeah.
think identities die every day.
I think
Every
so.
time somebody goes against a certain narrative they had in their mind, that version of them dies.
Yeah.
And whether they choose to resurrect it or not depends on the next decision when it comes to that narrative. Like if I have a narrative about myself where I can't make friends with people, then I make a friend. That version of me just died. I made a friend.
Yeah.
Now the next time I meet a new person and I want to make a friend, it's up to me to let that stay dead or I'll revive it. It's up to me. But I
Yeah.
think growth does come out of necessity. That's a good take. That's a great take actually. It does come out of like when you need more or something. Like I don't think I would have grown to the person I am now if I didn't need to make more content.
Mm-hmm.
That's real spill. I don't think me 2 months ago could have made what I make now.
I think
Me 2 months ago would have never guessed I would have been making this if I make it now.
the way that the way that it dawned on me is because I was thinking about like because I feel like I'm an observant person, right? And I think you in one of your videos you were talking about like just kind of like being observant of people and like generally like I don't know, I forget what you were saying exactly, but I was thinking about the fact that like as a kid. So I think I was, I don't know. I'm trying to think about a thought I had. But I remember thinking about the fact that I got bullied and that there was a part of me that I had to kind of observe the behavior of people around me for my own survival. And well, not even, actually, not even the behavior of people around me, my own behavior. I became I became like super analytical, self-critical, because that to me was my ability to survive. And I think it's just one of those things where, like, if I wasn't put in that position, I don't think I would be so aware of like my own flaws or like my own issues if I wasn't in the position to have to be like that. Because I think so many people just are not very self-aware. Like, they're like extremely unself-aware, and it surprises me. And I try and like it's kind of my own way of thinking about, like, how did I even develop this, you know? Probably out of survival, because like I've kind of always been like that. People have been telling me since I was like 16 that I'm one of the most introspective people that they even know. And it's like, how did that come from me other than that, you know? Like, I don't know, but maybe I'm just, maybe I'm just like that, but
You just know yourself well. You know what made you had to survive.
yeah.
You feel like you had to. So I was the same way for a while. I still kind of am there at sometimes, but I think I'm getting out of it because
Yeah.
like I had to be raw with myself and understand that I won't be able to live with my audience if I'm trying to fight every day. I'm
Yeah.
not living. I'm constantly at war with perceptions and ideas from other people about me. I'm not leading nobody nowhere but to death. I read somewhere that all unprepared war generals lead their soldiers to die.
Hmm.
So if y'all rocking with me and y'all following me, trying to be the best version of yourself, but every time I see a comment I don't like, I comment on it or I respond to something emotionally, you're like, the fuck? He's not like this. You're gonna know that I'm not going nowhere else but off a cliff. Cause you're like, okay, he's about to get us all killed. Like we're gonna be stuck in this place. Like we're gonna be stuck trying to fight. Like even if you follow me, you're gonna be damning yourself to eternal war. Cause there's always gonna be somebody with something to say.
Yeah.
But I think what's helped me is I wrote under my journal one time that this fear of being seen comes from this idea that somebody else's perception is more valuable than my own. That's not true. And
Yeah.
all I got to come down to is not confidence, evidence. Evidence is more important because confidence comes as a byproduct. But if you got evidence, it's undeniable.
Yeah.
Somebody can't tell me, because somebody right now can't walk up to me and be like, bro, you don't make content, bro.
Yeah.
Yes, the fuck I do.
The
I make content every
confidence
day.
the confidence comes
So
from the
like,
evidence, you know what I mean? Like,
it does.
you can't have confidence if you don't have nothing to back it up. Like, that's the way I
That's
see it.
real.
But yeah, I'll let you go, bro. I know you've been for like 2 hours now. It's crazy because it's like that conversation just fucking just rolled that shit. And
It's just how it rolls.
that's I knew it was gonna be like that because I could just tell from your vibe that I feel like we just have that sort of, not that we're on the same wavelength, but like, you know what I mean. Like,
Yeah, I
I just knew from the way that I think and the way that you were displaying that you think that it would be, yeah. Now that would be, it was a good conversation. I'm glad we did it. I'm glad I reached out. Yeah, if you were trying to do this again, bro, let me know. I don't
100%.
even
I'm
if
always down to do it. I'm always down to talk, bro. Even off camera, if you just want to talk, you just want to vibe, is lit. I'm here
worry,
for
bro.
sure. If I got time, I got the time. Trust me, I will make time for people that rock with me, bro. Whether it's I got big plans to make a Discord.
Yeah, yeah.
I want to get that. I want to get that set up so even if I'm not active, it's still interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Um,
post my art
but
there and
like
some shit.
yeah, like once I get that rolling soon, which plans to be more so when I get more traction, I don't have a reliable audience, and I get people, I get a real community
Yeah,
of two swaggy people, bro. Like I don't care if I don't care if I get a mill. I don't care if I'm at a million subs, a million followers. Somebody reach out to me and I got the time to respond, I will.
yeah,
Like I want y'all to feel as close to me as possible. So that way when y'all are on y'all's growth journey, y'all on your own journey, even when you're not watching my videos, you still feel that connection when you come back and watch me.
yeah,
Versus like I don't want to get to a place where you think I'm just this ultra big YouTuber or content creator and I can't respond to you. Like it might be
yeah,
like that sometimes when I get super busy. You never know. I don't know. My life could change in a year. I really don't know where I'm gonna be at. But I don't want people to feel like they watching me and I'm just Like they're like, oh, he just a YouTuber now. He
Well,
just a
like,
content creator. He ain't gonna talk.
part of it too is like, we're on this platform, we're sharing what we think and all that, and like, these people get so big off of all these people. It's like you're gonna get big, but you're not gonna bother trying to reach out to people. You know what I mean? It's kind of weird
Mhm.
if like I feel like the community is kind of part of doing what you're doing. Like if you have that many people following you, people are supporting you and doing their like. It's only kind of makes sense if you like keep that rolling, kind of like put the spotlight on other creators, make sure that like like I don't know, just like sharing the love, making sure that the community feels like a community instead of people just like taking stuff. You know what I mean? Like, but
Mhm.
yeah, it always made sense. Like I still strive to be part of a greater community of artists that just creative people, no matter what they do, just like trying to find ways to come together and like find a common thread.
That's real.
But
That's real.
but yeah, bro, we can end it right here. I appreciate you and shit. I mean, yeah, just let me know when you're down to work again, and we
For
can definitely do
sure.
that shit.
For sure. Definitely. For sure. I'm definitely free tomorrow.
Word.
Um, so I got you tomorrow for sure.
Yeah, I got some time. All right, bro. I'm
All
gonna
right.
end the recording right now. Yeah.